Here's what my store looks like at nighttime. Oh yeah. Why do I leave the lights on? Well, I only leave part of the lights on, the emergency lights on, so people can see inside the store. Because a lot of people think, well, you know what? My security cameras actually, let me straighten this out really quick. My security cameras actually have infrared. But some criminals, obviously that doesn't deter them, so sometimes you just need to have your lights on so they can see you. But that aside, guys, as you can see, I just got done with the store. Actually, I just went to the gym actually to wash up because, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but, you know, if I go home, like right now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Speaking of which, it is 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday, April 11th. So that's today's date. But I was saying, I shower at this hour at the gym because unfortunately, you know, by the time I get home, it'd be like 2:30, sometimes 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And if I take a shower at that hour, I wake up everyone. And if I don't want to go to bed all oily and kind of feeling, you know, smelling a little bit and stuff, you know, especially since I'm not alone, I sleep with my wife now, I gotta smell decent, I gotta wash up. So going to the gym is pretty much my only option. And you know what's funny is I'm paying my gym membership at this point. I mainly go and just use the showers. That's pretty much all I'm using it for these days. But even the guy working there overnight, as has gotten to know me, like he pretty much like just knows, like every time I come in just taking a shower, I'm like, yep. So he knows what's going on. He knows I own the business, and you know that I'm always up late. But yeah, that's how it is. But let's just go ahead and record another weekly recap, you know, or another update video. I've been doing my best to at least try to. I don't do these frequently enough, but trying to just keep building up my video stock for you guys, and for myself too. You know, it's a nice little check of how this month is started off to. So I can't disclose numbers as always, but I don't know why my watch has a 2 o'clock alarm clock, but this month, April, is actually off to a pretty decent start. You know, it's we had another record weekend, you could say, in terms of overall, just, you know, how we performed. And you know, I apologize if I pause in between here. I'm gonna mention it again, but I only had about 8 hours of sleep this entire weekend. So I'm pretty tired actually, but no, this month is off to a good start. You know, it's we were doing my numbers for last month, and you know, January and February were rough. March was off to a good start, and it finished strong. It was actually one of our best months to date. But this month is actually starting off really well too, because it just is. This past weekend especially was really busy, but this past 2 weekends were really solid. The weekdays were pretty solid as well, and we've been getting a really good crowd coming in. More and more new players are coming through. I changed up the store once again, made some improvements here and there. And at this point, I'm just milking the space for what it is. It's become quite difficult actually. You know, it's tough to maintain the store. You can only do so much with the same things. You know, it's like having your bedroom and you're rearranging it just to make it look different. But, you know, there's a point in time where you know, certain configurations will just stop. And I'm sort of almost hitting that point, and this is why I've been looking around for, you know, at this point, new partners to come in, so we can go ahead and do some of the renovations that I've been wanting to do. And you know, I was hoping that this video would be me talking about me getting ready to record us closing for a week so we can do all these renovations and stuff, but unfortunately things got in the way a little bit, and they've been pushed back. Things are still tough. I'll put it this way, there's, you know, not only am I reaching out to more partners for additional capital to, you know, make, you know, the needed expansions and buying new materials and stuff. It's just it was a rough winter. You know, the fact that we even made it to winter was one miracle, but the fact that we made it through, it wasn't easy. I had to borrow money. I had to use my wife's money. We've had to use our tax return just to get by winter. You know, the first 3 months essentially. And even this month is starting to look like we're gonna have to borrow some money again. It's been rough. You know, we're at the point now where we can probably finally start supporting ourselves, but we don't have any capital. We're starting off spring in a negative because of, you know, how badly the winter went, and it's tough on us. It's been very stressful for me. These past 2 weeks, I've been nothing but stressed because, I mean, let's face it, folks, I haven't been paid in over almost a year at this point. It's not easy. You know, this whole weekend, like, we did good, you know, and hopefully we're going to do it enough this week to make sure that we can pay rent and buy the supplies that we need. But what sucks is, you know, I'm still not in the green per se. The business isn't failing, so I'm not upset about that, but it's not at the level that I want it to be yet, because number one, we still have to grow towards it, but number two, I just haven't been able to. It's like, you know, build this house with nothing but sticks and string. You're just like, how? But you just gotta do it. And I feel like I'm in that kind of situation where it's just, I'm tired, I'm stressed, I'm worried. You know, weekends like this, days like this, is where I sort of regret my decisions. You know, I've made mistakes throughout this process, but I made mistakes before I even met Sarah, that if I just had the foresight, or I'd listened to my friends at the time, I wouldn't have made some of the decisions I did along the way. And, you know, this is just me diving in, reflecting on negative Nancy Andrew again, I guess, but it's just been tough. I mean, this week, every day it's just been, what do I do more? What can I do more? What can I do to make this better, make this work better? And this week was me changing around the counter space so I can maximize the retail presence. And thankfully, that seems to have worked. But it was just being like within our means, like, what more can I do? What more can I do to finally get this place just going? It just sucks not having the resources. Let's just be nice here. Let's be kind. And I've just been scraping by. I guess this week is a really weak moment for me, because I know the other week I kind of broke down too. It's really starting to hit me. It really is. Like, I just want a week. I would love if I have like a 2 weeks, even a month. Let's just say a month of just, can I just have like peace and calm for a month? Or just give me at least a week where it's like things are just working, we're okay, everything's going forward. Like, I just wish I had a month of that. I was stressing from day one, and especially with the baby on the way now, I'm like quadruple focused and stressing over all this. I mean, now I can finally understand the other small business owners, the stuff that they go through. You some are supporting an entire family already while doing a business, and it's make or break for them too. It's just, what sucks is too, it's just like I reach out to people with money and institutions and banks, and they don't want to take risks. They're all about, at the end of the day, you gotta be a rich person. I mean, even the banker at the bank, my current bank, I won't bank with her ever if I got to a position of power. But even if I did, I would never want to bank with her because she completely just brushed me off. And that's diving off to a different topic, but I'm just tired. This isn't easy. This definitely isn't easy, folks. Starting your own business really requires not only your family and your loved ones sacrificing, but yourself. I mean, sacrificing yourself should be a given in the beginning. And then hopefully you have friends and family helping you on the side, but this has just been tough. I'm not breaking here by all means, but I'm on the edge of something, and I just really hope that this week goes well. I mean, I guess I just need time to think. If you guys are looking into starting your own business, your own startup, taking a new job, moving somewhere, just make sure you're not going alone. You're not doing it alone. Make sure you can keep the people you trust around you. I apologize for the long pause. I wish I could say this week I could just talk about all the good things that happened, but it's just I had to get that off my chest. But a good thing that happened this week was I had that 24-hour live stream event happen again with those college students that we did last time. So I took the graveyard shift, and it was just a long weekend. So apparently their event went really well, so I'm really glad for that. And I apologize, I'm losing a lot of energy talking here. I'm really tired after this, so maybe I'll just continue this video probably in the morning. So we'll just tune back in. Okay, so it's the next day, 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was pretty much dying at that point of the video. I actually don't know where I cut it off at, so I'm just gonna say here's the second part. I was gonna record something this morning, but just forgot. I had to catch up on sleep. So like I said, there's that 24-hour live stream that happened again. I don't know if I explained it or not, but let me just recap here. I'll edit it out if I did or not. But yeah, if you guys remember a few months back in November, I did a 24-hour live stream. Not me personally, but a local college group from University of Valley Forge. They came in and they did a 24-hour charity live stream. So they gained for 24 hours back in November. And they did it again this year. They started off at a different store, but they decided to finish off the evening at my store. And so unfortunately, it's me and my volunteers, so one of us had to be there. So that night, my original plan so it went from Saturday to Sunday, and my original plan was to go home at around 4 o'clock, eat dinner with my family, and get sleep and get rest for about 7-8 hours, and then come back to the store to finish off the evening. But my mom wanted to eat out, and so did Sarah. So we decided to, my parents came to my store, we went from there, ate, so I didn't get home until about 9:30. And, you know, at that point, it may have just been easier for me to just sleep at the store and then let the other people go, because I would have probably gotten more sleep. But at the end of the day, 3 to 4 hours of sleep in my bed is infinitely better than potentially 4 to 5 hours of sleep in a noisy store on a uncomfortable couch with no pillow. So that's what I decided to do. So I ran home, you know, quickly washed up, got 4 hours of sleep, and then came right back to the store and literally stayed up I got back to the store around like 2:30, stayed up all night, you know, and I didn't sleep. You know, I ended up just staying up all night, working through the morning, and then opened right back at 2 o'clock. And, you know, rinse and repeat. And what you guys saw was me pretty much just dying afterwards. I have no idea how I survived that, but I did. I got through. Actually, like, I probably should have kept recording, because as I was driving home, like, after I stopped the record button, I was dozing off while driving. That was really bad, but made it home safe, got here today, and kind of unwind. So that was my weekend in a nutshell. I know I was kind of branching off in my conversations by talking about how stressed I've been, and that continued through today. I definitely kept myself busy though. So today has just been like a Monday. So anyone who works in, you know, adult world understands how Mondays are. You know, you're coming off the weekend. For me, it's just, you know, it was, you know, I had to send a couple more notifications out today. I had to do some communications as well. So, you know, I got some back end work done. You know, in terms of my accounting work, I didn't get around to it. I didn't get around to doing the accounting work, the reorganization work. You know, I kind of branched off a little bit today. It's been rough. It's been tough to focus. It has. And I guess the reason for that for me, you know what sucks is I don't get to talk to anyone about this. It's like I end up talking to myself via you guys. So it's kind of weird, but I just been this last week in general, it's just been tough for me to focus, and it's stemming from the uncertainty. You know, for the past 8 months, it's just been an issue of being able to pay my bills, being able to pay the rent, being able to get by. You know, the business is finally starting to do well, but, you know, the issues of, you know, paying myself and all these other things, just, you know, they stack up, you know. And on top of that, you know, my wife's pregnant and she's going through her own issues right now, and I'm not able to be there for her all the time, and that's on top of it. And it's just tough. You know, I said it last night, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse over it, but it's just been rough. And then this past week, it's just been hard to focus, because I made some mistakes these past few weeks with signing up with the wrong merchant services account on, you know, credit card processing, that kind of stuff. You know, I messed up there, and it wasn't like a huge expensive mistake, but nonetheless, you know, at my point in time with my business, every cent, every dollar counts. And so it was just, you know, that was a mistake I made. I was kind of bent out of shape about that. I was waiting on some new investors. So a couple weeks back, I met with some new people to, you know, come in and potentially, you know, sell off a little bit more of my shares to let other people come in and kind of breathe some new life back into the business. Not that it was dying or dead. No, the business is actually doing really well. Last month was awesome, and this month is off to a great start. Like, we're at the point now, we're just going to be growing. You know, every new change I do, every new addition that I make to the store is just going to add on to my current business. But unfortunately, you know, as I mentioned earlier in the video, starting in the negative is tough, you know, and it's just, that's what's been the issue. So my whole thing was like, with this new breath of fresh air, I'll be able to hire on people, do the renovations that I want to do, add on the merchandise I want to start selling, get the website finally built, like just get it done, you know, get videos edited. Like I want to get my videos, all these footages edited, post more, and it's just like, you know, there's so many things that I want to do, but unfortunately I'm not able to move forward until I solve this major issue. And you know, that's what I'm hoping to do, because, and I'm hoping this week, like, you know, I gave them a deadline by Wednesday I hope they respond, because if they're able to do this, man, it's just going to be such a relief for the summer. I mean, not just the summer, for the rest of the year, because, oh, that was what was that, a deer or bunny? I don't know. Sorry about that. But for me, it's just, if we can just get this new breath of fresh air, it's just, you know, my personal side can be taken care of. I can bring on some people that I've been wanting to bring on. I can, it's just, I don't know. It's sorry. I get jumpy when there's cops. Let me just turn off my light really quick. Sorry. I don't know if driving with the lights on illegal or not. If someone can answer me that, actually. But just for me, just being able to just have that free time, you know, because I just want to I want to change my work schedule from this crazy, you know, going in by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, working till 2 in the morning, to going to my store by like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, working till about 6, 7 o'clock, and then coming home on the weekdays so I can have dinner with my parents, spend some time with my wife, and go to bed. And at the same time, you know, working from home if I need to, you know, go home, work for a few hours, and then go to bed like I used to back in the day. You know, when I was working at my last job, when I was doing YouTube, I would come home, work on YouTube videos for about 2-3 hours, and then go to bed and rinse and repeat. You know, I kind of want to go back to that, but instead, you know, not only editing videos, but working on store stuff. And the beauty of going in the morning is going to be that now we can open up earlier. I know there's been a couple customers, not a lot, but there's been a few customers who've been wanting to come in and work at the store. They want to use the store as like a office type deal. At the same time, there's people out there who just want to shop around during the morning hours. So if I open up like at 10 o'clock, like most other stores do, you know, it might open up a new door and new avenues of revenue. But my main purpose is it's quiet during the mornings. I'm maybe expecting 1 or 2, a handful of people, but overall, I'll have several hours of just being able to do work. And I need that sometimes. You know, these past few weeks, I've been coming in sometimes at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, but not very productive. And my excuse for that is I'm still working till like 2, 3 in the morning, you know, 15 plus hour days, coming home, sleeping for 4 or 5 hours and going in. And I'm a zombie at that point. I'm not efficient. But if I'm going home early, going to bed at, let's say, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you know, my wife goes to bed around 10 o'clock, so I might go to bed with her or a little bit after her, and I get 7, 8 hours of sleep, and then go in the morning, I'm going to be a little bit more productive. And that's what I'm hoping to do. I mean, I'm still working my hours. I'm still giving the time it needs, but at the same time, he's able to spend some more time with my family. I mean, that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. And then obviously on the weekends, I will, you know, work with the employees that I do hire on to work out a reasonable schedule with everyone. You know, I can't be fully detached from the business. I got to be there. You know, even if I got, let's say even if I got like $100,000, $1 million, you know, and I hire on a bunch of goons, I can't be detached. I still gotta be there every day, at least 6 days of the week, and spending a good amount of the day there to make sure that the store is not falling apart, make sure that everyone's doing their job. Obviously, there's gotta be some sacrifice and some trust on my end to make sure that, you know, to believe in my employees that I hired to take care of the store. But at the end of the day, I am still responsible for the store. And so I will make sure of that. But obviously, as we continue to grow and potentially open up a new location or the mother location that I'm really hoping for, you know, I'm still working, I'm still putting in the hours, putting all the work in, but I'm still able to have a social life, give some time to my friends and family, and then eventually in the future, I'm a CEO that works a few days a week and just goes plays golf and just relaxing, you know. By that time, hopefully I've earned it. But until then, I just gotta keep working hard. Who cares about the show? Okay, that's a different topic. I'm not gonna dive off on that, but that's what I'm hoping to get to. At least for this summer, I want to go ahead and change my schedule around just a little bit, because my volunteer, he's more of a afternoon, evening guy, and I'm the same way, but I need to change my schedule to match my family's a little bit, and hopefully I can do that, but all this won't be able to happen, if this doesn't happen. This needs to happen. Like, I really hope that they respond to me by Wednesday, because then it's just gonna do well. Sometimes it's just, I left corporate America because I didn't want to depend on others. I didn't want to depend on another person to be responsible for my life and job here. But right now, these current investors, they're kind of my lifeblood right now. Do I need them 100%? No, not really. I can probably manage some way to get by, because for me, as soon as, if I could just make it to the end of the month, let's just say May, because that's when I'm going to start up summer camp signups and stuff for the store, I'm going to be fine. But I definitely want to take the business to another level, not the next level. What I mean by next level is boom, I want to, it's the next stage of the business. But this store needs to upgrade. It needs an upgrade. It needs to get there, and we're almost there. I'm pretty confident in saying that we're almost there. And I'm gonna wrap this up because my battery light is actually on low. So I'm gonna end the video with this, guys. It's been rough. It's always been rough. It hasn't been easy. None of this is easy. If it was, it wouldn't be a challenge and then everybody would be doing it. This is not something for everyone to do. Going off and starting a business in the pursuit of the American dream, whatever you want to say, it's not meant for everybody. It's hard. People go out there and look at the political landscape and everyone's just debating this and that. It's election season, so all these stupid conversations are happening, and how corporate America is being greedy and taking everything and everyone's lives. It's all that, put it aside. There are still people making it in this world because they have new ideas. They have access to information. They are taking risks and stuff too. Yes, there's the whole entitled and money, everyone from money and that kind of stuff. There's those people. That is the majority of them, yes. But everyday people like you and me, like us, we can do it too. It requires a lot more effort, a lot more creativity, and a lot more everything. But that makes our victory just that much sweeter. If this succeeds, if you succeed in what you're doing, then it's not about driving the Ferraris and the yachts and owning the world. No, it's just you feel happy with yourself. You feel satisfied. All that hard work paid off. How am I measuring my success? It's not about, it'd be awesome if I'm driving nice cars and all that stuff, but for me, it's just, am I getting by? Am I enjoying myself? Am I providing for my family? Is my wife happy? Is my mom happy? Is my dad happy? Is my sister? Is my family, my wife, my kids, are they happy? For me, success is not going to be measured. For me, I won't lie and say that I want these nice things. you know, and I'm willing to work so I can get these nice things. But at the end of the day, if the people around me are miserable, that's not a good life. I just hope that the people I surround myself with, especially my family, they're all happy and they're, you know, they're just healthy and they're enjoying life. My kids, whatever they want to pursue, I'm going to be able to support them. Just like how my dad worked his butt off so he can help me get to where I am today, I am going to do the same for my child. And I hope he or she has the same ethics as we do. You know, and that's why for me, I don't think I'm ever going to get really lazy. Because I don't want to spoil my kids and then show them that they, you know, they can just have things the easy way from now on. No. Because, you know, after I'm gone, if they don't have that hard work mentality, who knows what's going to happen in their lives. And they may not have the right work ethic to get things done. And so I'm going to continue to work hard. And I kind of dive, you know, I apologize, guys. I always go off in many tangents in my conversations, but it's going to be good. This thing, I really hope that I'm making a video in April 2017. I really do. You know, I want to look back on the, like, I just want to look back in general. Like, I'm gonna get to the 1 year mark, and I hope that I'm at the 1 year mark talking about, like, we made it to 1 year, and then from there we make it to 2 years, then 3 years, then 5, then 10 years, and I'm still making these videos for you guys. No matter where I am in my life, I still want to be making these things. Yeah. So I'm gonna, sorry, I know I said it again, but I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna end it here, guys. And I would like to know how you guys are doing. I think by the time I upload this video, I'm actually gonna have time to actually read comments again and stuff. So how are you guys doing? If you actually watched this part of the video, thank you. And I just wanna ask, like, how are you guys doing on your resolutions? Have you taken a risk lately, whether it's small or big, career, family, something? And have you followed through with it? How's it going? You know, I just want to know. Because, you know I'm not the only one going through struggles right now. So I hope this encourages you guys. You know, you're catching me on a down point right now, a low point in my life. Actually, this whole series of videos is you catching me at a low point. So there's that. But I really hope you guys are all doing well. And yeah. So, guys, as always, other than that, if you'd like to leave any other comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and leave a thumbs up to let me know, especially if you watch this part of the video. Definitely leave a thumbs up. And also subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, you know, I know my videos are kind of mundane and they're kind of similar in tone, but eventually I'm going to have more time to make more fun videos. I will. Actually, by the time I'm editing this video, I'm probably working on new stuff for you guys anyway. So if you're interested in what I have in store, hit that subscribe button. So we'll go from there, guys. But once again, or as always, whatever part of the world you guys are in, whatever time it is that you guys are watching this video, please have a good day, good morning, or good evening. And I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Take care, guys. And I have to turn. Bye.
But this way, you guys look at this. It's just, it's important. It's the instruction man. It's freaking hard. That's how big it is. It's over 400 feet small. It's just probably on part number 12 here. But yeah, this is definitely